Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark with Spiguyver Backpacking. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to come on here today and just do a little update and kind of correct something that I said, something that we kind of talked about in the comparison video, and just kind of show you guys something I learned last night after talking with Dutch about the sidecar on the Chameleon. So let's go. So I've got the Chameleon here with me, and it's a black-bodied Chameleon with a gray sidecar on it. And as you can see just how big that sidecar is. If I was to hold it up, you can see how deep it is. And if you're laying in the hammock and you reach over to reach in there, you've got to reach pretty far down in there to get to something. And if you're on the other side of the hammock and you're reaching across and trying to get in, it's pretty difficult. And so I had mentioned to Dutch, I'd said, hey, have you considered doing anything like two different sizes on these? Something smaller, a little bit, you know, less depth, maybe a little bit wider so you keep the volume the same. It's just not so hard to reach in there. And he said, actually, they had thought about it and they've got a design for two different ones, but because they like to keep things in stock, they wanted to go with one size. What he did say, though, is because this has D-rings both on the outside and on the inside so that you can switch to the positions where they are on the Chameleon. If you were to get a couple of mitten hooks or some small carabiners, like mini beaners, and then you reach down into the inside of the sidecar, you've got two additional D-rings. If you were to take the D-rings that are on the inside of the hammock body that line up very closely with those, and I've got mini beaners right here. I don't have mitten hooks. Mitten hooks would be a little bit lighter and a little bit better design for this, I believe. A little bit tighter, not quite as loose. So another beaner inside to that. And now what you've got is a sidecar that is half as deep. Not only is it half as deep, but if you were to look inside, it actually becomes kind of segregated. Let me stand up and spread this thing out. So it pulls from the bottom corners, and so you could do really like 3 pockets here, or an outside pocket and an inside pocket, depending on how you wanted to. But really what it does, the end result, is a sidecar that is half as deep as what it was before. So now when you reach across and you reach in, you're only reaching just a little bit in there. And if you've got heavy stuff, it may sag. What I found just kind of playing with it, it may sag a little bit in the middle, but it's nowhere near what it was before. That's the depth that you get. So that's about half. So it's another couple inches, but it's not bad at all. It's a whole lot better. And to me, that solves the issue that I had, and it actually kind of might make organizing stuff inside of there a little bit easier. I wanted to get outside today, throw it up in a tree, and show you guys how this looked, how it worked, and actually be able to throw some things in there. The wind right now is so bad that I didn't want to get out there and try and hang this thing up. So I will get you that video this weekend, but I wanted to get this out there so that you guys knew. And so those of you who had watched my video and were thinking about buying a sidecar, but we're holding off in the hopes that Dutch may come out with a smaller, more shallow one based on our review, fear not, you don't need it. You can do it with what we've got here. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to do, was just kind of show you that and show you that it can be done, and that, you know, all the versatility around these Chameleon hammocks, the D-rings that Dutch put inside, the D-rings that he put inside of the sidecar, were all purpose built. All driven for a reason. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you down the trail.